God, we pray now that these elected officials, God, we pray and we declare that no weapon formed against them shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against them, thou shalt condemn. Father, we thank you in advance for the tremendous
Hey, I'm sorry. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all hear me? I'm sorry. Let me know, Cynthia. Let's listen a little more while Choose. We'll wait for Choose. Oh, there's Choose.
I'm here.
What do you and Pastor Fleshman, same one prayed with Tiffany. Let's see how this goes.
Same one. Same one.
Let's listen in. I knew Andrew would be at the board meeting. I didn't think this, but he might resign today. I don't know. Let's see.
Here.
They have all in the queue up there speaking. It's YouTuber City up in this meeting.
Wait.
What's this? Is she gonna sing or speak? You know, Choose?
No,
Do y'all know? Andrew Holmes is there, artist.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Let me just mute this because I hear you now. Go ahead. What you got to say, Choose? Oh, she about to sing. Hold on. Hold on. We got to pause. I know I was playing. She really about to sing. Okay, hold on. Bless her. Let's go.
Sands of time.
I know that's what I just said.
The rewards of being a faithful servant.
I want to leave my footprints in the sands of time. No, there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I will leave no regrets. Leave them something to remember, so they don't forget. I was here, I lived, I loved, I was here, I did, I done.
Okay, we know the song. There's no disrespect to all in the queue, but we're gonna get this started. It's been 4 years and we ain't got the. We was here and we did not get the sound fixed in Dolton yet. I'll tell you that much. Shoot. You there, Choose?
Oh, yes, I am here. I am here. Can you hear me?
We're both here. Yeah, I hear you now. It's like you go in and out. I hear you a little bit. Oh no, you must be on your phone today, Choose. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we hear you. Go ahead.
You have a very lovely voice.
She does. The sound don't do it justice.
Yeah, them doggone microphones. Never mind. I'm not donating to microphones, but what a beautiful voice, and I think she.
Please don't make me laugh. They being disrespectful to her in the background, though. I'll say that.
Well, I kind of noticed the same thing at the other inauguration, the last one with Tiffany. People were talking when prayer was being had. Kiana never closed her eyes. So, I mean, anyway, can we have eyes on Kiana during prayer, please?
Okay, let's see what she's saying now. She does have poor sound system. She should just. Oh, look at the youngster. That's nice.
Just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness. I just want a little better, just because I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done, and it was
Oh
all
yeah, Barbara.
that
I'll say
I
that.
thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here.
All right.
Tomorrow, Mitchell on keys.
Thanks, everybody. And this is perfect timing. So I want to, at this moment, we're going to transition. The intention of having this board meeting start at 5:30 is we wanted to begin our swearing in of our elected officials at 5:55 on 5/5. So with that, I want to introduce Justice Cobb to come up and make the first introduction and swear in candidate, Trustee-elect Edward Steve.
I'm shocked they didn't have Judge Iris.
You know they want this.
Please, Jesus. Swear him in right away.
Hold up.
Wife and kids.
Harpo.
That's powerful.
Harpo.
Calm down.
Yes, ma'am.
His wife looks beautiful.
I, Edward Steve,
having been appointed to the office of trustee in the village of Dolton,
in the village of Dolton,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cork,
do
Cook,
solemnly
not
swear
cook.
solemnly swear
that I will support the
that I
Constitution
will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of Illinois,
of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of trustee,
of the office of trustee,
village of Dolton,
village of Dolton,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Baby, thank you, Jesus. I don't know if I can say that. Well, yeah, you can say Jesus because Muslims believe in Jesus too, right? I think Muslims believe in Jesus too. But thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Because baby, we couldn't take another phone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Greetings, everyone. Man, they cutting onions in here. Man, I told myself to keep it together. Man. I'm tripping and stuff. My leg is dragging, but I'm here. I want to start off by saying that I thank God for everything. He's the only one worthy of praise. All praises is due to the Most High, no matter what you call it. It can be Allah, it can be Jesus, it can be Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever you call that one true and living God, I give you praise. I want to thank my minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
What?
That's a man who inspired me to be a better husband, a better father, and a better man. When I reflect on our journey over the last 4 years, I think about the influences that supported me and made me. I want to thank my mother. My mother came in to see our youngest son get sworn in.
All right, Mama.
You can set it up, Mom. And my mom is blessed to be 74 years old in a month.
She is beautiful. 74.
Yes.
Yeah, don't tell my
I told her
age.
I'm gonna put your age out there because she looks good. We celebrate that. And my mother and my father been married for 52 years. 52 years. So I was blessed to see that structure and that loving family as a child. And I'm trying to duplicate that myself. I want to say, I want to thank my wife, Leslie, who's been with me going into 11 years now. And you know, marriage is not for the light heart, not for the faint of heart. It is not. And I call it the beautiful struggle. Because the beautiful struggle is going to make you a better person when you submit. I want to thank my oldest daughter here, Naja Steve, who looks just like me. And she's going to prom in another few weeks and graduating high school. I like to give a shout out to my baby girl, Zahira. I call her Baby Z.
All right.
Zahira.
Okay. Hold on. Y'all got me choking. Y'all texting it. Let's stop it. Is Choose there? Choose. We had to mute this. Riley Rogers front and center. I did not see him. You know you can spot a Riley Rogers sighting.
Baby, he up there somewhere in all white.
Not all white looking godly. He the godfather today.
Nevertheless. And what's this? I'm glad you muted this because ooh.
This is at Hey Reality Check TV. It's the inauguration today at the Dorchester, right at 1515 154th Street. It's called Royal Estates now. And then you got another event Saturday. I thought you would be there. I'm sorry. Let's talk fashion. Love his tie. His tie is nice. Okay, let's see what he got to say. Hold on. Please, and y'all, I beg of them not to make the speeches about Tiffany, but let's see.
Verbal abuse. We stood through it.
Never mind.
Many people gonna ask me, are you gonna sing the song that was sung for me when I lost? I said, no, I'm not returning ignorance for ignorance. And we're great.
That's right.
You know, the word says that the greatest among you, let him be your servant. And we don't run for these positions to be performers, to be reality stars, to be none of that. We run for these positions to be servants. So as we're elevating in front of you, we're elevating.
Ain't nobody gonna prove that at.
So as our campaign was clean house, and Nikita said, D, you know it's moving to Dolton. We get a clearer picture of the mess that we want to inherit.
You want to be long
winded? It's going to be united front to get us out of that.
I'm just asking.
It's going to be united of everybody. We've dealt with years of mayor versus board versus mayor. Them days are over with. So, residents, we need you united with us. We need your patience. We need your prayers. This is not going to happen overnight. But we're going to strive our hardest to serve you and be accountable to the residents and to the voters. Thank you for accepting me back. And like you said, D, you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Trustee-elect Edward Steve. Now, I'm gonna make a confession. I was sweating trying to get to that 5:55 time frame, right? And with that, I want to make sure I give the proper introduction and praise to Justice Cynthia Cobb for being here for us today. We were out. I would tell you, Justice Cobb has the compassion and caring and the smile that lights up a room.
Yes,
so when we ran across each other, there was only one.
She is beautiful, but I have a question. I wonder if they're going to say anything. I see Thaddeus over there, Lori Lightfoot over there. They go your dignitaries, y'all. And then also, I'm wondering if they're going to say anything about the people that's been here for years, like Mrs. Creighton. Been here for years, standing up in front. Anything towards Mrs. Creighton or no? Been there before they were there. Okay, who that? Who's that, y'all?
Mama.
Choose, you go. Choose, you got some explaining to do. Choose. Oh, that's her daddy. Sorry. Her dad look good, y'all.
That's right. Hold it.
Turn it over. One hand on
Yeah, there you go. Madam Trustee, are you ready to be sworn? I, Brittany Norwood,
New dress.
having been appointed to the office of trustee in the village of Dolton, in the county of Cook, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee, Village of Dolton.
I'm so glad. I think that dress is very more flattering. Yes, y'all. When we was talking fashion, very flattering. The family that prays together, stay together. Let's kick it off. Here we go. Good evening, everyone.
Happy Monday.
I'm saying it already.
My team is just way ahead of me today, okay? I'm gonna be faster than them. Okay, guys, I need everyone to say it with me because this is a team effort, because we're a team. Those who know, say it with me on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Happy Monday! I love y'all. I want y'all to know that, right? Guys, last time you all told me not to write down a speech, so this time I kind of remixed it. I wrote some, and then I figured I'll say the rest from my heart. I first want to give honor and all the glory to God. Without him, nothing is possible. To my Dolton residents, I want to be as contained as possible, but I can't help myself. Don't you all shout out! I love
Y'all, I'm sorry. And I'm not, I promise you, I'm not hating on them. It just be like, y'all do know you're in front of the world, and Dolton is one small place. And all this yelling, I'm surprised. Like, I'm looking at the Village of Dolton. Y'all can go to the Village of Dolton website to see this without my commentary. I'm looking at the Village of Dolton on YouTube, and they have nowhere as near as many views as they would have had at a board meeting that Tiffany was at, and it's really kind of sad. So I think that sometimes, we don't read the room. I'm very happy for Brittany Norwood. I like her dress. I think that's good. But I don't know if they realize that the world is watching this. It's just, it'd be too much. It's like you want the dignitaries there. You want their, Governor Pritzker sitting there. We like, yeah, shout out. Like, we gotta chill, man. That's my opinion. But then, like I always say, maybe it's not geared towards my age. You know what I mean? But good luck to them, because I have to live here, so I want them to do the best they can do. So that's what I can say. Choose, you got anything to say before I switch it up?
Hey, Brittany, cool. You a Falcon, Brittany. Hey, Falcons forever. Do the right thing. That's what we want. We want what's best for the residents that live there, because that's always going to be my home. And I want to come home, and I want to be proud of where I come from.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. The one thing I am disappointed about is that they were like, they're going to start today. And, hey, late night crew. Shout out to Shay. And, I'm not judging, because I think I'm ghetto, to a point. But what I'm saying is you're elected officials, and it's just a way that you can handle yourself for this time. And I'm kind of disappointed that they said after the inauguration they got a rest, But does anyone have to say where's Andrew at? Andrew's at the end. So they trying to purposely cut him out, sort of. But Andrew's next to Tammy, so we don't see much of Andrew. So how do y'all feel about that's why I came live. How do y'all feel about Andrew Holmes? How do the people like that's been yelled because I got late night crew here, Shay. Thanks for being here and blessing us with your presence, Shay. How do you feel about Andrew Holmes being there? And they were yelling at his chair for a year. How do y'all feel? This is very interesting.
I told y'all he was going to be there.
And you know, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Choose. I was reading Gardis. Go ahead.
There.
She told us he was going to be there. Sitting next to Lori Lightfoot, nonetheless. Sitting right next to Lori Lightfoot.
I said that my thought was business was going to go on as usual, as if none of this was a problem before. That's all.
So this is like psyops, like you were saying. So everybody's supposed to forget everything about Las Vegas, forget everything, and just move forward now because they're in now.
They were trying to say, during that wellness, whatever thing that they had during the tea with the trustees, it was something. And so this has been their thing. And no, because again, when you go to the doctor asks you about your history so that they can diagnose the issue or the problem that you have now. So, no. But I said he was going to be there because Riley Rogers was going to be there. When I saw Riley Rogers at Tea with the Trustees, the very first one, I said, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Thank you, LNCC. Now, when I get a vouch from LNC, that means something to me.
I have a question. I know Brittany is not pulling out her presidential award they got this summer right now. Hold on, let's see.
Today, I have a Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm going to tell you about this special guy. And I'll make it fast, guys. So Eugene Parker, owner, 5120 Entertainment, CEO, and the man responsible for bringing Wild 'N Out live to Chicago, who has been instrumental in helping communities across America, from Cleveland, Ohio, where he purchased and gave away homes, to women and children in domestic violence shelters, boys and girls donations in Texas, and holiday turkey and toy giveaways in Los Angeles, charities in Detroit, and right here in Dolton. This guy, I called him. It was a few months ago, and I said, we're always worrying about the trauma that we're going through as adults. But what about the youth? I know that they're experiencing a little heartache also. So I decided that the goal is to do things to cheer them up and to encourage them to continue to strive. So with that being said, I contacted Mr. Parker and I said, hey, we need to do something. I went to Thornridge, I graduated, and I said in the entire 4 years of Thornridge, I never seen a concert, right? They had 3-piece and it was like years before me, but they never had anything while
We had
I was
Monica
there.
too.
So part of me being on the youth committee, the goal is to inspire the youth just as much, and to let them know that, again, when you do good things happen to you. So this is why.
Okay, so shout out to Mr. Parker. So this is quite interesting. Just to see, y'all, I'm not trying to be funny. Shout out to Mr. Parker. Shout out to Mr. Parker for what he doing. Okay, come through, beard, hair, everything. I think I know him. I wonder. I'm not trying to be like that. Somebody, we'll have to look up 5120 Entertainment. I think they throw events inside the Dorchester, actually. I'm not trying to be funny because I see that around here. But anyway, Andrew Holmes sitting right up there. Sitting right up there.
No, she got so she got a presidential award. But let me speak as a former Falcon, doggone it. I hear Brittany. I hear you, Brittany. You cool, Brittany. I, you're a Falcon, Brittany. So, I gotta give you grace, Brittany. But you can bring up Thornridge a billion times, and Tiffany will always, always be the first youngest female mayor that came up out of Thornridge. She will always be the first inspiration. She is Black history. I'm done.
Mhm. Um, so this time, this is what I have to say about. I think I just went live, and I just think I went live because I was like, and I would say to guard this response, no, I don't think that they would be here because how is everyone going to explain that? But if tonight everything dies down, like I'm sure nobody's reporting that Andrew Holmes is up here because it's all been planned. And yeah, like I'm with Choose too with the psyops thing. It's just like, oh, just keep on going. Let bygones be bygones. And you called it, Choose. I have to give it to you. You called it since the beginning.
Yep, I said that because, I had already said that, whenever something happens, Riley Rogers seems to have an unfortunate incident in his life where he has to pull back, and it's prayers for him. I'm not saying that it's not the truth. I'm just saying that it is what it is. And for him to have, or for it just to be reported kind of throughout Dolton that he had a stroke, and he couldn't do anything for anybody, but then popping in and popping out to see him, I'm like, he had a stroke, when, where, what, huh? So more
Mm-hmm.
psychological operations at play.
Okay, let's see what I'm sorry, what trustee has to say.
Come directly from my heart. First, I would like to thank God, the head of my life, for allowing me to serve the village of Dolton for another term. I would like to thank my family. It's unfortunate my mom and father couldn't be here, but I have a great support system. My aunties, uncles, cousins, and kids are here. Thanks. They have been my support throughout these last 4 years. When I came home and cried, when my blood pressure was high, when I just didn't understand what would happen next, they were there. I can call them and say, Auntie, just pray with me. Because I don't understand this. Why are we here? They said, stay the course. Don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. I said, but when it first started, everybody looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. I'm just trying to bring out the light of what's happening. Just stay the course.
Hey, that sound like us, Choose. That sound like us. Just stay the course.
Girl, I'm listening, and that's exactly everything that we've been saying, and especially over the last 24 hours, because who done mentioned Thornridge other than Tiffany? Stop it. And that's in my Tiffany voice. Stop it.
It's the
And Shaq
kidnappers again. It's the
sound
kidnappers again.
levels in full effect. Kiana never on prayer. I caught in 4K the last inauguration. Oh, y'all should look at all her facial expressions. But let's see if she closes her eyes and bows her head in actual prayer, in out of respect for the Lord. And because she does not do that. And so for her to be talking about the Lord when she don't never say anything else, and when people praying, she was talking. Yeah, I've been watching her throughout a lot of prayers on the board meetings. So God, huh? It's our side and the other side.
Pray can be spelled a lot of what Prey. Why Valerie Stubbs wearing blue jeans? She a dignitary.
Do
She in the
whatever.
dignitary section.
It's sad. This is really sad, and I think we need LNC's whole soundboard. The devil is in full.
It's the kidnappers. You got the devils. I'm like, it's the kidnappers.
It's saying that
Look
shit
at
over
Andrew
the
Walls. What he laughing at? What he laughing at?
Tammy is always the voice of reason. Clerk Key, we have a special relationship because we have interchangeable families. But through this time, I am proud to say that I served as a Village of Dolton trustee to represent the Village of Dolton. I'm gonna say this before I leave. Y'all came out, showed out, but we gotta keep coming to the polls in all the elections, not just this election, because our local government is what made the changes. We messed up. We all gotta say we messed up, but we corrected our mistake. And just give us time. We're gonna get through it. But thank you all for accepting me for another 4 years with the Dolton.
on the throne of lies.
Next up, I don't think I would be appropriate for.
Wait a minute. Don't make it choose. Why did I say you? Y'all hit the like button. Consider subscribing. We got Choose Compassion, who is absolutely hilarious. I just heard that out of nowhere. And let's see. Okay. Oh, so is that the deputy clerk? I can't tell. Is that Eris?
This special day with us. Today, true dreams really do come true. Yes, Lord. 4 years ago, I stepped into the position of deputy clerk with no idea what this role entailed. And it has truly been a journey, to say the least. Thankfully, with the leadership and the guidance of our clerk, I was able to grasp the core responsibilities of this office, and most importantly, the role that we play in safeguarding the village's records. Allison is caring, empathetic, supportive to our residents. Although we faced many challenges over the last years, she's handled them with grace, professionalism, and integrity. Her perseverance and strength is something to be studied and admired. She has truly been an advocate and a pillar for this community. Today, I am honored and privileged to introduce the most fashionable.
Man, they clapping for that, but not clapping. We haven't had minutes in 4 years, but okay. Maybe that's Tiffany's fault though.
We re-elect Village Allison Kirk.
That's our pleasure.
Could my family please come up? Everybody.
Hold on, man.
Oh, I didn't know that. I went to school with some of these people. Okay. I didn't know that was his mother and her mother. Okay.
Are you ready to be sworn?
So ready.
She got a
So ready. Then let's do it. I, Allison Key,
I, Allison Key,
having been appointed to the office of clerk
having been appointed to the office of clerk
in the village of Dolton,
in the village of Dolton,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will definitely support the Constitution
of the United States.
Well, I'll say that, Choose. At least she the only one in Dalton we could say really lived. Really lived in Dalton.
Yeah, she really lived in Dalton. But
And
who really lived in Dalton longer than Tiffany? Nobody, because ain't none of y'all lived in Dalton longer than my family. Stop it.
She said, "Would you stop with that? Stop it! It's so funny." But that's beautiful outfits. I love the outfits.
That's our plate.
We need those minutes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This has been a
Okay, we can wait. I could say I don't know anything about Clerk Key, but I know I ran into her kids once or twice, and they are the ones I did see briefly. They are they good kids. They are good kids. So they were definitely, you know how you be like, it's kids that just I was looking at some of these people, I was like, how are they kids at? I could say her kids were really that I ran into, her kids were good kids. And gave back to at least society. We still need those minutes though. We still need those minutes though. I mean, this doesn't make sense. I think it should all be up there right away. Right away. And go ahead.
She has a lot of catching up to do. 4 years, baby.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how Tiffany, how her relationship with Tiffany. Now I'm connecting the dots and wonder if she knew Tiffany as a youngster, you know, and how that relationship went along. And where is Miss Creighton? Miss Creighton should be on stage. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, Miss Creighton. You said, do you see Miss Creighton?
No, and I'm like, why everybody's talking, right? That's why I'm like, no. The fact that we don't see her and she's always at these things is very interesting.
Yeah, her and her husband were before he passed away. They have a whole street dedicated to Mr. Creighton, which I looked at that and I saw that board meeting, and the disrespect that I saw during that board meeting, because I love, again, Mr. Creighton, we know him from when we were kids.
He stayed in, and her. I don't know. Their son ran for school board. Did he win? I never even followed up with that. I gotta look into that. Let's hear what else she said.
Courage for this young man to run against our sitting mayor, who was William Shaw. He was William Shaw, and everybody know William Shaw was a state senator. He was a pretty powerful politician in the city of Chicago. But I so admired his courage, his energy, and he just wanted me to sign a petition. But I was like, that's not good enough. I need to write you a check. So hold on, let me get my checkbook. And I wrote this young man a check who had never seen before, but the way he presented himself, I knew that he was very sincere in what he was doing. And I knew.
Now, I will say this. I don't know if you ever met Jason one-on-one, Choose, but he's very, like, when you see him, he's very, very, very soft, mannerable, and he will make you want to write a check. When I saw him running for mayor, that's when I saw him first knock on my door, when he was running for mayor back then, and I worked for Shaw.
Mayor, you talking about Mayor Shaw? Yeah, I remember Mayor Shaw.
No, I was like, I don't know. Well, she's describing Jason and how she had to go write a check. That's how he is. He's very mannerable, he comes across very soft-spoken. He's a great listener. I don't know if you ever ran into Jason House before.
I can actually say no, I have never run into Jason House, because he went to Thornton and I went to Thorn Ridge, and I'm pretty sure that they're at least a few years younger than I am. So no, I've never met Jason. From what I've heard, I've always heard church boy.
Yeah,
So
he'll. So when she said he knocked on the door, you're right. He gives you that thing, like, where it's like, that's why to have Jason versus Tiffany, Jason would always win, because Tiffany doesn't come across that way. When she comes across like very boots on the ground, very street, where Jason comes through very educated, very churchy.
I question why he didn't run in 2021, being he was a senior or almost senior trustee, but it just seems like such a waste for all of this, because with the way that he came across, it seemed like the natural next thing.
Yeah, and I think I heard this on Antoine Daniels. I think he was going through a divorce at that time. That was on the Antoine Daniels show where he was saying he was going through a lot. So I think it could be like LJ say too, could be the same thing. Like I said, a lot of times Tiffany could have been the scapegoat for a lot of stuff going on in between
Yeah.
the Riley administration.
Yeah, and I'm not, and you know what? I'm not even gonna, you know, because I got a lot to say about that. But what with yes, I believe I did hear that on Anton that he was going through a divorce and it was a lot on him. And you see, it's little things like that that I actually listen to, because when you say things like, well, he's going through a lot right now. He's going through a divorce. Okay, well, Tiffany was not going through a divorce, but she was going through a very public breakup at the time. And she was pregnant and she had a baby. And she did all of this while she was trustee on up through mayor. So I tend to look at work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have a job such as this, it's okay if you're going through a divorce and you still work at US Bank, you still the vice president, go ahead, take your time. The bank is going to run.
Mm-hmm.
But, with little things like, well, it's a big thing. I don't want to make like it's not a huge, thing in your life. It very much is. However, you want a mayor that's going to be able to withstand whatever they're going through personally, because they have to show up for their jobs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I will say that through all that stuff, yeah, I definitely I can say that. We saw, but I don't think she really got a chance. She never got a chance, even when she was hit with breakup, baby daddy leaving her, marrying somebody else, her entire team turning against her, scandal after scandal. Now the world turned against her, so she didn't have a chance.
Well,
Keith has said a good. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, okay. Well, I was just going to add to what you were saying, because that's always been not all, okay. Let me make sure that I'm clear. before After I started listening more to Tiffany, because again, I came in like, oh my gosh, she is just too rude, and Jason is the one, he should be mayor. So, just to piggyback off of what you said, I I do believe that she did not have a chance going in, and I think her going in, she did exactly what the residents said. She spoke on them. If you actually look at those early days of even before she got in, when she got in, she said everything was up to the board. It's at your discretion. She was saying things like this, and so that's why I have always believed that she never had a chance to show herself and to do all of the things that she wanted to do. And people say tree trimming, oh, you shouldn't do that. But you would have to be from the village of Dolton and see the tree issue to know how big of an issue that actually was.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Okay. Well, we're so thankful, and thank you so much, Chavis. I appreciate you so much. Everybody that entered, I appreciate you so much. So here, let's give it up for our king. Here we go. This about to come up.
House, that's Mufasa! Jason, House, that's Mufasa!
Oh my God. Choose, I'll let you take it from here. You got the whole show.
Thank you very much, because thank you very much. I appreciate that.
This is
So
the next mayor of Dalton.
go ahead, do the introduction, and I'll take it from there.
Hold on, let's listen to this first. Oh my God.
Who that woman? Harpo.
I thought I had 2 oaths for this major mayor. Somebody didn't take those with them. Okay. Mr. Mayor-elect, Are you quite ready to be sworn?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, certain. All right then.
Ready?
All right then. I would say the DU
They
thing,
should
but
nice.
I'm in my role.
Harpo, who that
I,
one?
Jason House,
I, Jason House,
having been appointed to the office of mayor
having been appointed to the office of mayor
in the village of Dolton,
in the village of Dolton,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the
of the
Constitution
United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of Illinois,
of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the office of mayor
the duties of the office of mayor,
of village of Dolton,
village of Dolton,
best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Are y'all for real?
Before we allow our mayor to speak, it's only right that we present you. No mayor is complete without this special gift.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, y'all let me know what you thought about that. Y'all thought that was about. I feel like I'm gonna be honest. It's funny because it's a golden mic because of Tiffany. But why interrupt Jason's moment? Like, man, why interrupt his moment at this time? He done ran for mayor more than once, and now he got it. And you interrupt him by, I'm thinking they about to give him a Waterford pen, a nice watch, a Dolton pen. They giving him a gold mic. That is so. They was trying to get punchlines. I'm sorry, y'all, and I know y'all can get mad at me if you want to. This is his time to shine. Oh, child. This his moment. So when he look back at his inauguration, it's gonna be a gold mic, and you have to be careful. Oh wait, Choose, you dropped. I thought you were still here. Choose. You have to allow. This is his moment. Now that punchline could have been anywhere else. I get it, but not right here. It's Jason House time to shine. It's his moment. And we supposed to leave all that frivolous ghetto-ness, and let's keep it clear. Tiffany wasn't using the gold mic in Dolton. She was using it over in Thornton Township, right? Am I wrong or am I right? Because I saw enough board meetings. Hey, Choose, you back.
Yeah, I'm back. You know, the Lord works in mysterious ways because I was saying a lot of things. And my internet, literally, my internet that never freezes, froze. Everything froze.
And
So,
y'all, thank you for the 1999 Raging, and Hiram, thank you so much. I wasn't ignoring you, and thank you so much, Chavis. Yeah, Miss Asia's right. It showed Tiffany still living in their heads. What you think, Choose?
that I've had a little spanking from the ancestors. Let me say, let me say that Nikita Cloud, that was very distasteful. That was very what do we say? Ghetto. Yes, Tiffany absolutely lives rent free in your head, and that is sad. And did you ruin Jason's moment when it should have just literally been about Jason? Yes, you did. That was terrible. And I wish you all the best. And I do wish that you would take that walk down Sibley Avenue until until you reach some other city limits, because that was not cool to take that moment from Jason to try to make a dig at Tiffany. Very distasteful.
This is, yeah, because you're not trying to get the audience to give you accolades and laughs on the internet. You should be this should be a monument. You sitting here in front of dignitaries, quote unquote. You're sitting there with Lori Lightfoot there. This is not about Tiffany. This is about Jason 1000%. And that joke, it could have been presented to him after when they said they were going to be with friends and family tonight. That could have been a gag gift. It could have been anything. But why is it that we have to interrupt the forthcoming of Jason House, who's going to change Dolton, to bring a gold mic? I mean, I hope I'm not trying to be like a stuffy with this, but that just was not funny. It was not.
Well, I don't think that you're trying to be anything with this because, as you said, they're having some kind of celebration in addition to this. And I'm not saying, I don't have an opinion about the gift. I have an opinion about what the gift was and where it was presented. That was
Mm-hmm.
and it brings me to have more questions about how in the world were you advising Tiffany? Because
I forgot all about that.
if this is what you would do at an inauguration, what in the world were you doing after you took over for Sean Howard? But I digress. Disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, if you guys have, I understand like this, so I'm gonna put myself in their shoes. This has been a hard fight. They've been struggling to get this feel like freedom today, but why interrupt this man's point right here? His time. So let's say Jason House becomes the mayor of Dolton like Shaw was, with like 3 terms, 4 terms, 5 terms. Let's say he keeps repeating it. This is what his inauguration, the first time he become mayor, has to do. Some with Tiffany. It's crazy.
Right.
A
He
dig
got a
at Tiffany.
gold. He gets a golden mic, and see, and I always think about the future because you know the saying, it is better to build uh, children than to heal broken adults. So you cannot build broken adults. Some of these adults are broken. Some of them can come back to, the Lord, because again, there's only 2 sides. But to give him a golden mic and not to understand how this moment on the Village of Dolton website will go on and on and on until after each and every one of them and us are not here anymore. Actually, it looks a little zesty to give him a golden mic and he has no wife. And I mean, but whatever, Nikita.
No, it's crazy. And I have to say, I could have it wrong. Now, if this could be wrong, you guys are feel free to put it in my comments. I don't think I've ever seen Tiffany have a golden mic. Oh, what he say about Andrew? Hold on. Andrew showed all his teeth.
Abundant Living Ministries here in Dalton. Millie Meyer, School Board District 215. Jermaine Hooks, the Village of Ford Heights Trustee. Sharon Dyson, Village Clerk. You got former Mayor Eric Kellogg present in the house with us, the City of Harvard. Janet Rogers, South Suburban Trustee. Alderman Tyrone Rogers, Alderman, 6th Ward in Harvard. Trustee Andrew Holmes, why you fill out a card? Back here. Recognized twice. I got my buddy Cornell Woodbury, former commissioner for Dalton Park District. Building that hosts RP with the trustees. My former mayor, friend, and mentor, Riley Rogers, great city of Dolton.
Okay, let's give Choose the floor. She been saying this for years.
And have been saying it for years. Your mentor, look at your new mayor over there in his little, I'm sorry, that's not a white suit. Um, Burgundy blue is the perfectionist on the fashion, so she can tell me what color that actually is. But him showing up in the glowing angel suit, being the mentor, you know, he's gonna mentor Jason throughout this whole 4 years. And that's why I said, congratulations, Riley Rogers, and not 2 mentions for Andrew Holmes. Ouch and ouch. Are we serious right now? 2 mentions for Andrew Holmes. Excuse me. Is anyone not upset? Oh, this is okay now? This is okay now.
Well,
2 mentions for Andrew Holmes. But I told you guys, as long as Riley was behind everything, which was my thoughts and opinions, that Andrew Holmes would not be going anywhere. And not only would he not be going anywhere, I didn't figure he would get 2 honorable mentions. That's sad.
well,
Abyss.
I noticed so far who didn't get a mention and who probably is not there. And Lori, like, thank you for it. I'm just here so I can get my check tonight. Y'all promise me. Lori, like,
Right, and then without even thinking about all the stuff that Lori did on her way out, all the unprecedented things that she did as mayor when she left. Oh my goodness, delusional. You know what? You know what should have blown up? That doggone poop factory. Now I'm done.
no, that dang old poo-poo factory. Yeah. This is something. Let's see what else he has to say. This is interesting.
That shows the kind of support and love that our community has gotten and will be getting. And we want to be just as good a partners to everybody that's here as they have been and will be with us. I'm going to pause for a minute just to give God honor as the head of my life for everything that we do. So I want to thank God for this moment. My mother's not physically present here. She's watching online. So I want to make sure that my mom, who instilled the sense of service and trust in the Lord, say thank you, Mom. I love you and look forward to seeing you soon. Oh, yeah. As many know, I'm not a public speaker. I go back and forth with a couple of my buddies, and they always say, why don't you like speaking like that? And it's because I always think well done is better than well said. That's how I was raised. And Dalton, we got a lot of work to do. But having said that, I jotted down some notes, but I'm gonna go as I listen to everybody, you know, different themes come to you. You say, oh man, I gotta touch on here and touch on that. So I'll ask the people kind of humor me, and I'll go back to my notes to keep me a little bit on direction so we can get out of here before 11. But there was but there was a moment in our board meetings for the first 2 years as we're going back and forth and we're arguing. We would say that I would go into every meeting hoping that this is the meeting that everybody, that our counterparts kind of found the way of reason and peace and compromise. I put my head down and we would have the prayer, and then right after prayer, all chaos breaks loose. Trustee Stan Brown would say we'll pray our way in and we fight our way out. So one meeting comes up and we do the prayer, and then one of the employees gives a really good prayer on unity, and then comes and is just as nasty as they could be. So of course that's the meeting where I tell them, don't pray for me anymore, because you have to watch who prays in your life over you. Can I be recognized, Mayor? More, you prayed us in. That being said, I would still go into every meeting and came with the most divisive speech I heard in my life. I would always don't pray for me no more. Kaepernick resistance moment and not pay attention to it. But then I would bow my head and I would just stop for a minute and I would say, God, please use me.
Okay, so y'all, I gotta get up out of here. I gotta get up out of here because I don't understand. This is me saying this 100%. And you know, I never talk about that case or anything about that case, but I did tell y'all I would see Andrew Holmes walk around like it was nothing to it but to do it. And all of this going on with the current lawsuit, what do y'all think about this? Is this just something everybody's going to ignore because they just hate Tiffany, so they'll ignore this too?
I mean, isn't that why they were saying, let's just move on? So you're going to ask Fania to just move on while you just gave double accolades to Andrew Holmes. You all sit on a throne of lies. The devil is a liar and the truth isn't in you. And yes, that was a great soundbite. I even put it on my page because I thought that, Jason, you were really righteous with the Lord, like you had a righteous relationship with God. But I don't know anyone that can't stand a prayer, even if you feel like, it's divisive and all that and everything that he just said. Like, yeah, what's the problem? You praying to your God. So who is your God?
Yeah, they didn't allow the prayer when we were at that Thornton Township meeting either. Let's see how he's ending this.
Clerk Key was telling the story of years ago running for office. That was also my running mate back in 2009, where we ran a spirited campaign. Thought we had it, but we didn't know any better at the time, so we had to find some more friends, and here everybody is. So that being said, I get the privilege today to stand here proud because I can tell everybody the story of how resiliency and unity have brought us to a new and brighter day in the village of Dolton. 4 years ago, nobody thought that this small community just south of the city of Chicago would get this kind of attention. We never did. I had some residents who came to me and said, Hinyard put Dolton on the map the same way NWA put Compton on the map. Now, at the moment, I really, really, really didn't know how to take it. At one vein, it's humorous and everything, but it's also difficult when you're sitting in the seat to recognize that our elected officials, our public servants, are being made synonymous with gangster rappers. Now, I know some of the lyrics of Ice Cube, I will say that. Love is moving. If you're watching, please do not make another movie about Dolton. I'm just telling you, we love your movie, don't do it. But you get the spirit of where I'm going. We do not want our service to be synonymous with gangster rappers. We want to make sure that we represent the service that we're here to do. But with all of those lights, cameras, action, it created a moment. It created a moment for our community to unite. So this is why I can stand here today more proud than ever of the residents of the great village of Dolton for standing together and working towards one common goal of cleaning up our community. It's often said that affluent communities would not accept the kind of treatment that we got. And when we got to that voting poll, we said strongly and loudly with a near unanimous vote that the residents of Dolton will not tolerate that corruption in our backyard as well. That's right. So for the first time in many years, our community has been divided for many years. We have shown decisively through our vote that we are the change, transparency, and accountability. We collectively as a community, we as what is deemed as the outsiders and those who care, we are the change, transparency, and accountability that the community needs. And I'm proud to stand here as a member of the board. I always say member because we are a team, along with the clerk, along with we have 6 trustees here. We stand united that we are going to move this community forward better. And we have been doing the work. This work doesn't start today. We've been doing it for the last 4 years. Right. We know how to call you out when you need to be called out. We know how to hug each other when we got to hug. And so now we're ready to move Dolton to the next level. Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about what does that next level look like. It looks like professionalism in our boardrooms and in our community and in the village hall when you walk in. No matter what happens, we will talk to one another in a peaceful manner. We will resolve our issues behind the podium. As I get the opportunity to have breakfast with Mayor Rogers from time to time, he'll ask me the question, how long you think that honeymoon gonna last? And I love it that he equated it to a honeymoon, because those of us who have been in love and married know the honeymoon lasts as long as you work at it. That's right, that's right. So I stand here today talking to the residents of this village. I stand here talking to my colleagues on this board. I stand here to talk to the clerk, Allison Key, to let you know I'm here for the next 4 years to work at making sure that we grow a bigger, better, brighter community.
Regardless, you make it too
Our
much.
next level looks like financial stability. The financial stability that we've lost. So now we've already started with getting our audits done and brought back current. We've started with making communication with those who have not gotten communication for years. And we will make sure that that communication is ongoing as we work to get a payment, because we know that's all what they're really waiting on, right? But well, we have to start it there. We're going to seek the funding that we need. We're going to get it. We're going to make the tough decisions collectively as a board that are necessary, and Dolton will be debt-free by the end of this 4-year term. That next level is making Dolton business friendly. Over the last 4 years, we've had a difficult time here. The business owners needed a lawyer just to get a business license. They need lawyers to get liquor license. Those days are over. We have already made changes. We've made changes in the last 3 months that have allowed us to sign off on over 75 business licenses, 10 liquor licenses. We want to make sure that people know that Dolton is a great place to do business in. That next level looks like clean streets. We will make sure that we're working with our public works department. We get them the resources they need.
You know, it's Tammy Brown. Somebody turn her mic off. But the crazy thing is, Dolton definitely has clean streets right now. But talking about the liquor licenses, and I think about South Holland. South Holland was a dry town and didn't even give liquor license, and they barely let you have mimosas over there.
To talk with some of our police officers and the command staff, they are anxious to make sure that that stain that has been put over their head is wiped away. They are here for the community. They've always been here for the residents of our community. We will continue to move that forward, and I see all of our illustrious firemen over there. You see the unity that comes from the firefighters in the great city.
If I'm not mistaken, I heard Trina, I think it was, tell you how many we had. I think we had 37 liquor licenses, maybe 40. So we got 10 more liquor licenses. 10 more? That's crazy, man.
We are going to get this done because Dolton has what he likes to call the 3 C's. We have compassion, we have the competency, and the commitment to community. And with those 3, how can you lose? Dolton will be an amazing place to live in. God bless you, and thank you for being here today.
Are they playing green light? They playing stepping music already?
Okay, so we're going to have one quick announcement, then we'll go with our motion to adjourn, and light refreshments will be served. Trustee Norwood.
Look at ST.
It's working, actually, Trustee Brown. It's just
Wait a minute.
So, guys, we're going to have some refreshments here. We're going to have some refreshments here tonight. I know we thanked America and we continue to thank America. So we're actually having a party for America so we can all celebrate together. And that'll be this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. right here in this very room. So if you all could join us, that'll be our moment to celebrate. We will not be here too much longer tonight, but you all will get a chance to celebrate with us on Saturday.
All right. Hearing that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
These not on.
Second. Is it? I make a motion. Second.
Nope. Who did second? Motion by Trustee Kiana Belcher, second Trustee Andrew Holmes. Clerk, Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee Brittany Norwood.
Aye. Choose, are you still there? Okay, I want all y'all in the chat. Do y'all think Ed Steve is listening to us right now in his earpiece? Because he has not been paying attention to nothing. Do you think he's listening to us right now with that earpiece in his ear?
But now he got an earpiece, and before he had to put the phone in his lap.
Yeah, he's been on the phone the whole time. He's been on the phone the whole time, and now he got an earpiece. Your whole family here. What kind of call you on? Your whole. Let's see.
Trustee Stanley Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Kiana Belcher. Aye. Trustee Andrew Holmes.
Aye.
And House's position is vacant because he's now the mayor.
Right.
But we have a quorum and this meeting is adjourned.
Now, what you doing over there, mate? Tyrone Rogers, you need to be over there trying to tell your maid to stop pulling people up out of the seats. That's what you need to be doing while y'all over there in Harvey doing all that. This is interesting. Yep. So Andrew Holmes, I mean, I expect nothing less. You're supposed to forget about it and move on and keep on all that mess. And now it's okay.
Yeah, all that and it's okay. And man, look, it's so much wrong with that. But for y'all to really have Andrew Holmes there after trying to make it seem like whatever, what a slap in the face. So
Regina Waldrop did a whole special based on the Las Vegas trip. Was she there tonight?
Somewhere in the crowd.
Keith Freeman there too. Mm-hmm.
But will she be reporting on it? Will she be saying
what was Andrew doing there?
Questions that should be asked, especially from those who care. However, if you all are done with that, just let the real ones know so we can go ask Jason the right questions in the right way without causing problems. Let the people who know what they doing do what they do, because it ain't. I mean, you need to explain that publicly to the person that is a resident there that has to look at Andrew Holmes, has to know that he is in some way in charge of her village still. Jason, I know that you said that you had a lot of breakfasts or some breakfasts with Riley. Yes. I know. This is why I've been saying this has been the plan the entire time. But you had breakfast with someone else that you owe an apology to. And and it's okay if the person doesn't want to say anything, but let me let you know that, you've upset a lot of people because you've had breakfast with residents that you basically showed that you didn't care about. So Are we going to be doing a confession? Secondly, you threw our precious jewel, our national Dolton treasure, Mama Hill. Well, maybe you didn't, but Mary did. But you definitely called our national Dolton treasure, Mama Hill, a disturbance and a nuisance. Apologize in public.
Yeah, they did all of that. They did all of that to get here. And my heart breaks. And I know that the person we're speaking of regarding the Andrew Holmes situation, that she's gonna ask tough and say, "Don't worry about me" and stuff like that. But this is embarrassing. That's my assumption, that she'll act tough and say, "Oh, don't worry. This is not right." Um, and she has a family. She got a kid. So that was on the news forever. And now it's like he up there cheesing the whole time. That's crazy.
And I do believe that, and I'm just saying, since, Jason House is such a fan of The Outsiders, everything he should address The Outsiders as well in the interest of transparency. But, I personally think it would be better to have a personal conversation with that particular person. Actually, but no, since we saw what he did to you and Mama Hill, I would expect that while he's resting with his family, that he talks to his God and asks, what would Jesus do if I've wronged someone or people in these ways that are actually my residents, whilst giving all the props to people that don't live here?
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah. And to go to Brittany part, I'm gonna bring up Conscious right quick. But to go to what Brittany is saying, she want to party with America and America. I hope America, who stood behind, like, I saw someone in Conscious chat who actually approached me at the board meeting, and she had a Justice for Fania shirt on. And she said in Conscious chat, if that was her for real, that she was invited. She got a personal invite to come out. So she was catching a plane. I wonder how she feel. I would love to see how she feel. I'm gonna bring Conscious up. Hey, Conscious. Hey, you live?
What I miss? My email's blowing up. I'm famous.
Andrew Holmes is on the dais with everybody else.
Oh,
having a good old time.
really?
And I will say he walked in, all the trustees walked in together. So it wasn't like they put Andrew to the side and then everybody else walked in. No, he walked in with everybody.
So now he's baby Jesus? Him too?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
baby.
Hey, Conscious. And Jason got a golden mic from Nikita Cloud.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. I felt like it interrupted his moment.
And I agree with that. It absolutely did interrupt his moment of all after all of this work, and I'm being really fair, after all of this work that they have done for him to be mayor, for him not to just have a second that was all about him and nothing attached to Tiffany, I thought that was very distasteful.
Yeah, and somebody and the whole and then Ed Steve had his phone and earpiece in the whole time. I wonder if that's foiable. Like, what are you doing? Like, is the time for you to? What are you doing?
Who gave me a shout out?
You know what? We kept pausing. Tell us, Rajan, how did Conscious get a shout out? What happened? I was pausing the whole time.
I don't know. My email's blowing up. I was going to watch it later.
Well, no, you got to watch. You got to go live and do a video about it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And, I've been able to contain myself in a professional manner, because I mean, you just at the end of the day, if you want the best for the residents, you have to be able to separate, some things for right now. And so that's kind of just what, we've been talking through, watching the inauguration, watching what people are saying. And, I this was very creepy for me, the whole thing to hear. But I don't live there anymore, but that is my home. So to feel embarrassed by the place that I've always claimed that I am proudly from is something else.
Conscious, you made the shout out list of thanking all the YouTubers. Let's go see.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Let's see. You gotta thank you. How did that work? Let's see what this is about.
Oh, can I make an announcement?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to announce that thank you to people that donated for Ryan's body cam. I just ordered it, and he'll have it on the 7th. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Shutting up now.
Oh no, that's good.
Okay.
Family of the candidates, and we have a history. And in the process, something incredible happened.
What happened? Well, tell me where it's at, y'all.
And yes, even the pettiness, I still believe in growth. I still believe in forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And redemption.
Y'all gonna have to tell me where it's at. I'm gonna have to, I can't. So I'll have to let Conscious find it. Y'all let her know. So Conscious, you made the shout out list, all in the queue sang. So that's good. That's very interesting. So how did you make the shout out list?
And anyone else I forgot to mention.
Let's see.
If I speak safely and freely, and to all of our distant cousins from all over the world, media professionals, mainly Dane Placco from Fox News, Ben Bradley from WGN, and Regina Waldrop from NBC, bloggers such as Tommy G, Alicia, Pink Book Lessons, Hannibal, Reality TV Check, even Conscious, and then and anyone else I forgot to mention. If I forgot to mention
Reality Check TV made it too, and you. This is interesting.
Damn.
Wow.
You charge it to my head and not my heart. We thank you.
Well, thank you.
You gotta go live about that.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Nikita Cloud.
So get you some water.
Oh my God.
Oh, now you know what? I gotta do a think piece about that. I don't know. So Lord.
That's a mic drop.
No critical smoker.
No.
Jada said no mention of Burgundy. What?
I know.
No. Right.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop.
No, y'all are so funny. Okay, well, today is the day. I would watch my back because that's interesting. But okay. Yeah, that's strange. That's suspicious.
Yeah.
But get to your secret squirrel something, see what's going on. No mention of the blueberries. Exactly.
I know.
No, choose compassion. But choose, I think that you probably were in the part where she said charge it to my head.
Well, I was just waiting for her to say she was going to exercise. I didn't expect a shout out or anything. I just wanted to hear, all of the great, ideas she gave me. I'm finna slather some Vaseline all over my head, girl, before I comb it. But I would have liked to hear something about exercise and movement. Other than that, I'm cool.
Wait, no Lady Luck Club, no Dear Woke Christian. Tracy, get up out of here, Tracy. Tracy, I looked at the comments.
back on. They probably looked back on over Lady Luck Club's YouTube, and
Well, you know,
that's
no, what's the girl that hated my guts and didn't even know me? What's her name? Eugene somebody? Eugene Grace Levi.
Oh yeah.
Grace Levi?
Well, to be fair, Grace didn't come for them. Grace came for Jedediah, so she wouldn't be mentioned.
They didn't mention Jed?
Yeah, she mentioned him at the beginning, but she was doing a list of the YouTubers.
Oh, okay.
She was doing who's another YouTuber? I'm like I'm trying to think, but I don't think it was too many YouTubers. They didn't say Hannibal. Did they say Hannibal?
I think she did.
I don't think I heard Hannibal.
She said Hannibal. She didn't say Anton Daniels.
Oh, Anton. Okay.
Well, Jiminy Crickets.
Oh, this is funny. Oh, y'all. Well, I can sleep easy knowing tomorrow's a new day. I'm gonna come up and the trees are gonna be cut, and it's not gonna be any flooding. I can stop at the Dunkin' Donuts and get me a drink because we got 10 extra liquor licenses. So I'm good. I'm good.
I'm waiting because interesting.
I thought they weren't going to have a meeting after.
Well, they combined it. They squished like a 20-minute meeting in before, like 15 minutes. Like Nikita said something, then they called the roll, and then they went to the inauguration.
Oh, so they could charge it to the village. Okay, got it.
Much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And didn't Nikita just see my name yesterday?
Sure did.
Interesting.
Oh, no Big Wheel Barbecue, Big Wood or whatever. This is interesting. So you guys, y'all, we made it through. I appreciate everything.
I gotta go tell my mama. Mom.
Tracy said no black mold, sunshine, rainbows, birds singing. Well, we I don't know. What would make Nikita shout you out, Conscious? That is interesting.
Well, maybe the remark I made, if I have all this on Jed, what do you think I have on all of you? Maybe that did it. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Individual investor. None of that.
No.
All right.
I really can't tell you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna look for your channel and see what you got when you review it, because I didn't think we were gonna be on. We were talking about the Met Gala. We were talking about fashion earlier. So if you guys can, my Cash App is below. BurgundyBlueCom. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I did do my sister wife video, so that'll be up. And Conscious, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Choose and congratulations. So yeah, if anybody, Ryan needs a body cam, and I didn't mean to chuckle, but like, what is happening up in Harvey? My God, oh my goodness, that mayor over there not playing any games, and he's a lawyer too. Let's not forget their mayor is a lawyer, and he's charging everything there. All right, you guys. So Jason's in there. Let's see what happens. Thanks for all the donations, and until next time, take care of yourself and each other. But wait a minute. Because we were.
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be long-winded? I'm just asking.
Y'all take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Comment Blue Commentary Comment Burgundy Blue Commentary.